Elroy. I want to do a backflip over the fence. Oh. Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're jumping into r/Tales of Neckbeards, is it? Pretty sure it is. It's the continuation of that Star Wars Shenanigans saga. Yes, indeed, we are into part number 8, I do believe, which might be part number 9 because the last part wasn't numbered or something like that. It's a little bit confusing to keep track of, but that's just fine. What I do know is that we're getting a good story today, and oh, blessed are we for that. It actually took me a while to put this one out, even though it was posted 19 days ago, and that is mostly because the baby boy popped up. Irish Pirate sent me this via Discord DM, but I was concentrated on a baby coming out of my wife, so it kind of got shuffled off to the side. He reminded me recently, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh damn, let's front load that right now, and darkly whipped up the thumbnail, and we're ready to go. So I hope that you guys have been looking forward to it, because I certainly have. Let's go ahead, we'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/Tales of Neckbeards cringe. Star Wars Shenanigans, Episode 8, The Last Mistake of That Guy. The Last Jedi. I see what's going on here. Keeping up with the naming conventions. Blessed be Irish Pirate. And actually, Irish Pirate is hanging out with us during the live reading in the Twitch chat. If you'd like to join us for the Twitch chatting shenanigans, then do come on over to twitch.tv/DaytonDoes. You can see my face. We can play some video games together, maybe. That would be pretty cool. You are invited. Anyways, long-ass intro! Warning! Your trial of long-ass intros has expired. Oh no! Please buy a copy of long-ass intro to continue using this feature. Purchasing is easy and can be done immediately online. Oh good, hopefully with a non-traceable cryptocurrency. 1. View special Tendycoin and Bitmarble pricing and buy long-ass intros online at 5z8.info/don't follow this link _M2W6CF _ unique investment opportunity. Sounds like a legit link. 2. Enter code if you already purchased one from a quasi-trustworthy vagabond distributing software keys from the trunk of his car while keeping an eye on the horizon. 3. Exit and go to the cast. If this is your first time encountering Star Wars Shenanigans, please see terms and conditions / original text posts here or down in the description if you're watching this thing on YouTube. If you need audio assistance, yeah, you're probably watching this thing on YouTube. Oh, have you ever purchased a key for anything from the trunk of somebody's car? We're above that now. We got the internet, auto key management software or whatever. It's all been hacked and cracked. You don't need to deal with some weirdo in the trunk of their car, alright? But I don't know where you can get a key gen for Irish Pirate. He probably will sell you one for Tendycoins or Bitmarbles. Those crypto currencies. I like that intro, honestly. We are into our cast list, of course. OP is an aspiring author with an arsenal of asides and an armory of annoying allegories. Not annoying, but it does fit the alliteration. I'll allow it. An avid adventurer, almost always attempting affability, although aggressive assholes adversely affect his amicability. It's so good. That's how you know what we're in for today. It's just chef's kiss. His character is Faris, Chafari Sabson, boisterous, belligerent, blue-skinned box of band-aids, unable to bite back bitter but brotherly barbs about the bumbling band of bamboozling brigands he hid behind in battle. A recent blaster blowout bled the bastard, but bit by bit, he's bouncing back. God, this is so good. I don't know how you're ever gonna top this cast list. Best cast list ever. Irish Pirate's like, oh, ReddX, you like alliteration, do ya? Here you go. Oh, we feasting today. It's so fucking good. Oh, Mac is a close childhood companion of this compendium's composer, charitable and chivalrous, but not the type of chat to chide a Chad for choosing to conform to cultural calibers of comeliness. It does kind of make brain go hurty, but yeah, it's a good hurt, honestly. Mac's character was Nala, of course, a devious delinquent devoid of discipline, but determined to defend discretion, else double dealings and dastardly deeds could deliver doom. It's probably not the way to do it if it's the first time meeting the characters. It doesn't tell us all that much about the characters, like you'd have to piece it together yourself in your brain. But since we kind of already know all the characters, yes, it's delicious and wonderful and I love it. Peacekeeper is an effortlessly easygoing esquire, eagerly eternal to enhance the esteem of everyone. Edit, everyone except enemies who endanger his entertainment endeavors. It's so beautiful, dude. Peacekeeper's character is Savo, a fast-fingered flying fiend with a fondness for filling his face with fluids frequently found affixed to the frames of festively hued freighters. You try to say it all that 5 times fast. World's longest tongue twister we got right here. Chainsmoker, a gregarious gamer gone green in the gills from gorging himself on gobs of gas, from gulping on glowing grave givers. Oh, cigarettes, glowing grave givers. I'm trying to quit. Tomorrow we're dropping it for real. I am terrified. Although when you call them grave givers or urine sticks or whatever else, yeah, I kind of am more eager to give them up. But it's still gonna be a struggle, I'm pretty sure. Chainsmoker's character was Roblox, a hired handyman who happily halves hapless humans that hope to harm him or his hardy homely hooligan homies. And continuing with that alliteration, I suppose, we have Hal, who is an incorrigible and irreplaceable imp, whose introduction introduced intentional imperial interlocution and incessant inquiries, immediately inherited information about the importance of inclusiveness. Yeah, and he took those messages to heart. We love Hal! Hal's character is Delanis, a jury-rigged Django. Just got jacked and juked into ingesting a jug of Jiminy's Joiner Jambalaya. Scotty is a kindly, king-size kilt-clad Kodiak whose kin came from the Kelpie coast. Oh, see, we used coast because it's a C, but it has a K sound. I'll allow it. You can get away with a whole heck of a lot with the effort that you've put into this thing, okay? Scotty's character was Merwick, long-haired lieutenant in our larceny-prone leader's legion of lemmings. Laudably loud and lethal, but lamentably, libations leave this living legend a little lethargic. God damn it, dude. How did you craft this? I wish I had a way with words. Please write professionally. Please. This is so good. Elroy. Murdering this miscreant's miniature megalomaniac might have moved our meandering mob of moderers to merriment. His character was Pissant. Notoriously noxious nincompoop known for needlessly nabbing knickknacks. Nepotism normally enabled this nitwit to nudge the narrative, if not outright navigate it. It says all that needs to be said. And finally, we've got HUTTBEARD. Too bad we didn't get through the whole alphabet. Maybe next time. I'd really like to see the X version of this. How many words you know with X? Not a lot. HUTTBEARD is our odiferous opportunist, whose ode overhead overshadowed his oratory obligation to the oblivious oafs that he had organized. A pathetic pedophile whose property was promptly put up for purchase at a paltry percentage of its proper worth upon his permanent placement in prison. Quite a quagmire for our quest giver. He did do the whole thing. You fucking maniac. You beautiful maniac. Oh my god. Quite a quagmire for our quest giver. Quicksand could quickly quiet the quack. Restitution is requisite, but rehabilitation is unrealistic. Specifically since this serpent is nearing 60. Tally the tolls for 24 federal transgressions. It's unlikely that this underage abusing ulcer is undying. Virtue vows vendetta against this vile viper. We windowed walls whining and wailing await the worthless wretch. It's perplexing and vexing that our axis of social exiles didn't expedite our exit from the Elroy experience before he could exploit the Force and hex us with his fixation on X-Wings for a year. Yeah, year. Yoked to a yucky youth that yelled it until someone yielded. Zoinks. Oh, beautiful. I like how you just ended it with zoinks at the end. You're like, I don't know, fuck off. I've already gone above and beyond. And really you have. That is the most impeccable cast list I've ever read. I would wish for all of them to be like that, but honestly, first and best. Nothing's gonna hold a candle to that. An absolute work of art. Already. Just tip of the hat, Irish Pirate. That is so beautiful. I'm gonna cross-stitch this and hang it on my wall. Oh, God, dude. Did it make my brain cramp? Yes, a little bit. But, so worth the journey. He heard I liked alliteration, and he's like, here you go. Feast! And verily I did. Whew, so, now we're into the story. When last we met, Ferris had delivered onto the Kilix enough raw colto to fill 4 Olympic-sized swimming pools, 8 turn-of-the-century copper bathtubs, 15 dental office waiting room water coolers, 16 world's best grandma coffee cups, 23 standard-sized water balloons, and 42 Monopoly thimbles. Quite accurate, yes. I used to have a t-shirt that said world's best grandpa, and I'd wear it when I was 16, and I'd always get really self-conscious when I'd go over to my grandparents' house when it was on, because my grandpa's obviously the best grandpa. I was just wearing it ironically. I think that's why I laughed so hard at world's best grandma coffee cups. Bit of a tangent, but now you know! We transported the colony to the prison planet inside the nebula and waited for them to tell us when it was time to spring into action. Delanis rang. We swiped snooze a couple of times, but he just kept on getting louder, so finally we took the call and went back to the planet's surface to meet our chitinous comrades. Yes, big buggy time! Alright, we're gonna kaiju this shit right now. We landed our ships and disembarked just in time to watch a new generation of Kilix, as Elton John would say, step blinking into the sun. Mostly, at least. Some of them didn't really step into the sun as much as oppressively bend the ground to their wills as they emerged from a chrysalis to tower over the ecosystem that they would irrevocably alter, all whilst issuing trumpeting challenges to the skyward ball of fire. You think they can't handle the sun? They can handle a couple of suns, honestly. Yes, I'm terrified of giant bug monsters, but hey, at least they're on our side. The colto-fed Kilix were described to us as terrifying to behold, but hey, they liked us, so it was all good. Right? God, I hope so. Like, when your cousin does a shit job raising her kids, and you know good and damn well that one of those little crotch goblins is going to end up a serial killer, but if you keep playing board games with them at family reunions, then you probably won't end up on their list of candidates. I mean, honestly, you're mostly killed by people that you know. But yeah, sure, why not? That logic seems to hold up a bit. I mean, who knows? Maybe letting him win at Monopoly could turn him from a life of crime. Instead, he decides he wants to get into real estate development. My goodness. The time had come. We led the barbarian bugs to the gates, where the bantha-sized battle beetles went barreling through the underbrush. Oh, here we go again. What if the rest of the story was just written alliteratively? God, that would belong in a book, dude. A book written like that would probably drive a lot of people nuts, but just pointing out the fact that you could do it, automatically best writer of the century. And the century has only just started. But you won! You won! Our group fell back and skirted around the perimeter. We watched as one building after another sent its garrison to the front. The assault was not going too well for the home team. Good. Fuck them. I just want to see some bugs crush some stuff, honestly. This sounds awesome. Finally, we found a good spot for us to make our own incursion. The entire base was on alert, and we could see stormtroopers patrolling. There was a chain fence with razor wire at the top, separating the jungle from the inner clearing, but we found a spot where the forest had grown right up to the edge of the fence. Oh, seems like they fired the last gardener. Seems like that wasn't such a good idea. This is going to be the way in. So we were talking over our options when a couple of stormtroopers started coming our way. Oh boy. Was the fence electrified? If so, could we disable the power? Could that set an alarm off? We had a lot of questions and no answers, like a misprinted Magic 8-ball with ask again later on all 20 sides of its internal icosahedron. Are there 20 sides in a Magic 8-ball? God, that seems a lot. I would go more for like 8 or 10. I'm pretty sure. Once the stormtroopers moved on, we could... Elroy, I want to do a backflip over the fence and cut their heads off midair. And then when I land, I want to give their bodies the middle finger before they hit the ground. I know you think what you said is really cool, but I am cringing so hard inside right now, dude. Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Mac, are you serious? Elroy, yeah. Don't you think that'd be badass? Peacekeeper, no. Scotty, half to himself, Jesus Christ, what are we, 12? Some of us are, yes. I blame suspended adolescence. OP, we're trying to come up with a plan, dude. Can you, like, not? Elroy, why not? It's what my character would do. Oh, here we go again with that. Elroy's most said line of the entire saga. Just drives me up a wall. It's like a drill bit just in the back of my skull. Ugh! HUTTBEARD, give me an athletics check. Elroy, I've got a better coordination check. Let me use that instead. Mac, that's not how that works. Whoa. Elroy, yeah, it is. The book says coordination is for stuff like keeping your balance and doing flips and stuff, right? Just say the book says without thinking that anybody will actually look it up, right? That's exactly what he's going for. But Matt calls the bluff, opens his rulebook, and flips to the skills section. He taps the book and says in a firm, clear voice, Mac, a character's vertical and horizontal jump are both determined through a use of an athletics check. Gravitational conditions and the distance required factor into that difficulty. Page 105, man. Whoa. The defense rests, Your Honor. All right. Case is adjourned. That was easy, wasn't it? Maybe coordination is actually for doing flips, but yeah, you're trying to jump over a fence, so athletics would be more applicable than the stupid flip, whatever the hell you're trying to do, right? Elroy mutters to himself while looking through the book and reading the same goddamn page to himself 20 times, as if the ink on the page will bend unto his will and render unto Caesar a loophole. At this point, just rewrite the whole book. You know, you guys are playing a completely different tabletop RPG, one that is bought and paid for by Elroy. So just let HUTTBEARD and Elroy sit there and play with each other, perhaps quite literally. I don't wish that fate on Elroy. I know HUTTBEARD would do it, but I mean it in a more metaphorical sense. Everybody stop! I honestly half expected him to try and come up with some weird-ass explanation for how he could manipulate gravity. Elroy, in a whining, pleading tone to HUTTBEARD, what's the difficulty? That whining tone is supposed to keep the difficulty down, is it not? HUTTBEARD was wearing the expression of someone that's about to lowball the difficulty in hopes that Dobby will get a sock.
Master has given Dobby a sock.
Everyone else gave meaningful death glares at HUTTBEARD and Elroy. HUTTBEARD, well, the fence is over 3 times your height. So, unwillingly biting the hand that fed him, HUTTBEARD says, the difficulty is a 4. Elroy, 4? Are you kidding me? That's bullshit! I mean, the thing that you're trying to do is complete garbage anyways. Why have we stopped the entire game to pull off this stupid stunt that only a 12-year-old would enjoy? He's like, yeah, I did a backflip in my head and gave him a middle finger. Wow! Wow, Elroy, you're so cool. You guys want to hang out with me after the game? No, definitely not. I don't have anything else going on, but I would rather do nothing than hang out with you. Scotty calmly asks Elroy, are you arguing with the GM? Elroy, no, that just seems a little unfair. OP, well, you don't have to go through with that plan. We haven't rolled initiative yet. But we've seen it before. Elroy gets so stuck on stuff that he thinks is gonna be cool or funny. Little does he realize that he is the least cool, the least funny person, not even at the table, maybe even on the planet. HUTTBEARD sucks as well, but Elroy is like, yeah, stealing the spotlight for the suckitude. We know that HUTTBEARD's a terrible person, but at least he doesn't showcase it throughout the entire story like Elroy does. Elroy says, no, I have to try it. It's what my character would do. Oof, that's 2. And thus did Elroy cast his dice. He prayed to the gods of Bronicus and Waifuditi to Waifuditi to lend strength to his robo legs and give him the height to clear the fence in his air Jawas. You think George Lucas wouldn't market air Jawas? Don't give him any fucking ideas, all right? You guys see him on the market next week. It would have been a perfect time to deactivate his legs, but Rachel wasn't with us. That would have been funny as hell, dude. I mean, he probably would have figured out what's going on after that point, but how do you undo it? Your old legs are gone. I control your legs now, bitch. He would probably want to quit the game immediately. And then guess what? You win. No more Elroy. Everything's fine. Alas, his prayers went unanswered. He failed the roll with more threats than a cute cosplay girl trying to find her way back to the dealership room from the beard warrens of a convention center's food court. More threats than a cute cosplay girl? Is that like, you know, you want to come back to my room? And she's like, no thanks. And he's like, stupid whore, I'll beat you to death, you know? Does that really happen? I guess we've seen it happen. I can simulate a cute cosplay girl on the internet and sort of experience what women go through, but I can't ever do it in real life. I can't really ever know 100% for myself because I'm a 6'2" dude. I weigh 200 pounds. Nobody's gonna believe I'm a waifu. Although, we could dress wifey up and use her as bait. No, I'm not gonna do that to her. I'm not gonna subject her to that shit. Not even for science. HUTTBEARD says, you failed to jump the fence, and you alert the nearby guards. Everyone else glares at Elroy. Here it comes. We rolling for initiative. We had the advantage of stealth, and you just fucked it up, because you had to be the coolest. Elroy, what? I'm just doing what my character would do. Oh, that's 3 times. We're not even. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, and we're back. Please stop saying that, Elroy. Stop saying that and ending the entire universe. Just please, as a favor to me, could you? Ugh, the curses we leveled at our walking fuck-up factory were drowned out by the clatter of dice as we rolled for initiative. So beautiful. So beautiful. Elroy, can I use the destiny point to upgrade my initiative check? You're the one that got us into this. No! You get nothing! Good day, sir! Peacekeeper, why would you do that? We don't know how many soldiers are gonna be in the base. We can't start burning destiny points this early. Elroy, I just want to make sure I go first, so I can cut a hole in the fence. I mean, if I couldn't jump over it, there's no way the rest of you can. Oh my god, you are still, so far, up your own ass, even after screwing everything up? Oh, he's just insufferable. Oh, how have we continued playing with him this far? Make it be over! We tried to talk him out of it, but that didn't stop him from upgrading the check with HUTTBEARD's permission. I would love to say, yeah, he rolled a bunch of blanks and ended up going slower than a drunk sloth on a broken moped, but he did achieve his goal. He rolled a triumph and was automatically awarded the top initiative slot. Oh, good for you! This meant that he could be well into his execution of the Leroy Jenkins maneuver long before the rest of us could decide on which variation of idiot we would call him. Leroy Jenkins!
You know, Cleveland, you're an idiot.
Anyways, Elroy. All right, I want to cut through the fence and attack the guards. HUTTBEARD. You can't attack and cut through the fence on the same turn. Elroy. What if I only cut through part of it? Just enough to let myself through. Mac. And what? Just leave the rest of us behind? Whoa! I'm pretty sure this has been his plan the whole time. He didn't make any grand plans for helping out the team and cutting the fence open for everybody. It's just his own quest for glory, the little man that he is. Oh, Elroy, how are you so insufferable? Elroy says, no, Chainsmoker could just have Roblox cut through the fence. Chainsmoker, I rolled like 1 success, man. I'm going pretty close to last. Elroy, well, this will give me a chance to clear the way for you. God, I hate him. He's terrible. He has been called out. I want to say, why doesn't anybody call it out? But at this point, everybody is just like kind of committed themselves to seeing this bullshit through. They don't want to give up their characters and leave the game, but they also don't want to be around Elroy. But HUTTBEARD has to be around Elroy because Elroy's giving money to the shop. So yes, bought and paid for, as I said. By this point, I just didn't care to argue, honestly. I figured, hey, if he wants to run ahead and get himself killed, who am I to stop him? I might have to take an extra long time having Ferris slip through that fence. He might burn himself on the molten aftermath of Chainsmoker's grand entrance. He could cut himself and get tetanus. He would really need to take his time catching up. You know, for safety, of course. What's that? You need heals? Oh, I'm way back here. Sorry about that, Superman. Shouldn't have rushed on ahead so fucking quick, right? Let him dig his own grave. I'm about it. And so, Pisant cut a 3-foot-high hole in the fence and darted through. He was able to use his Chuck E. Cheese prize-sized lightsaber to send 2 stormtroopers to the hereafter and proudly proclaimed, Elroy, I flip my middle finger at their corpses. Oh, God, dude. Like everybody at the table is going to be like, wow, that's so cool and funny, Elroy. You want to hang out after the game? Just let me die now. He looked around at us with a goofy smile that lost its luster as he realized that he alone found the humor in his juvenile gesture. It's so basic. This is like the bottom line. Can we even call it humor? HUTTBEARD asks, anything else? Elroy, irritated now. Yeah? I'm gonna spend 2 strain to get another maneuver. I'm gonna go ahead and run towards the building. Peacekeeper, that is a terrible idea. Shh, Peacekeeper, let him do it. It's fine. Elroy, yeah, well, if someone needs to get the job done, I'll try to save a few for you after you get through the fence. What a team player. While Hal was able to learn and grow through his experience, Elroy has learned nothing. God, I hope he gets mobbed. I hope he just gets mollywalloped as soon as he comes through the door. Boom, boom. Oh, guess what? Your character's dead. Nothing I can do to save you because you're there by yourself. The rest of us passed our turns, readying attacks to attack any unexpected visitors. If Puxatawny Phil had been stationed at this base, he would do well to wait a few rounds to indulge in his yearly ritual of shadow-based meteorology. His prediction would be 6 more weeks of pain! Oh, everybody's on the same page, I'm pretty sure. They're just like, yeah, there goes our hero. Watch him as he goes. And by goes, I mean like die forever. Goodbye. Finally, it was Chainsmoker's turn. He spent the entire round cutting through the fence and moving through to the other side to give us room. As Elroy began his turn, HUTTBEARD started placing stormtrooper miniatures on the table. Most of them were in clumps of 5, but they were a couple standing off by themselves. He must have taken every single stormtrooper mini the store had and borrowed them for the occasion. There were at least 40 of them. All right, do your thing, Elroy. Go ahead. Cut him up, big hero. And everybody else just walking slowly like, huh, I hope he's okay in there. The clusters, we supposed, were minion groups. Those standalone troops, though, something about them being off on their own sent up warning flags to me, but not to Elroy. As we learned with the Keelix, Elroy really doesn't understand what minion groups are supposed to be anyways. He's just like, I'm gonna take them all down. Okay. He does know how to run, but usually only when his companion is there to sacrifice himself for Elroy. So yeah, there's no sacrifice. Don't run away, Elroy. This is the final countdown or something.
It's the final countdown.
Elroy, so that's like what, 8 minion groups? That's nothing. I'm gonna set my force dice aside for defense and use my lightsaber to reflect their shots back at them as I charge these guys. Oh yeah, I've seen that in the movie before. It's gonna work out exactly the same. You stupid. He moved his mini as far as HUTTBEARD would allow for 2 move actions. He'd covered maybe a third of the distance between his starting points and the nearest cluster of troopers. HUTTBEARD had provided a battle map that had trenches, barricades, rocks, and all kinds of places to take cover. Elroy didn't need any hand-holding, though. He was a big boy with his big boy saber. Oh, Lord. Here he comes. That boy. The last time he had been outnumbered, we had berated him for running instead of staying to help Hal fight. This time, he was gonna redeem himself and remind us where we stood in the pecking order. I'm sure it's gonna go exactly how you predicted, Elroy. I can't wait to see it, honestly. Fight! Go! Do it! I believe in you! I believe in your ability to die. It's the final meltdown. Once he has to tear up his character sheet. God, that'd be beautiful. Peacekeeper says, okay, I'm gonna post up behind this rock. Can I use it to stabilize my aim? HUTTBEARD, yes, and you can add a boost to your attack rolls. Peacekeeper, awesome. I want to spend 2 strain to get an extra maneuver and use it to get improved aim. This gave another boost to his attack roll. HUTTBEARD, all right. Which one are you attacking? Peacekeeper's, he's a good guy, to a fault even. I wouldn't be helping Elroy out in this moment. I'd be like, look, he's about to lose his character, and I don't want to interrupt that. This could all be over if we just stand back and let it sort itself. Although you do have to play it cool, come up with a good reason, be like, oh, my character's shoelaces are untied. I need to spend 3 rounds tying my shoes because my character doesn't know how. Peacekeeper did point at one of the stormtroopers that was standing off by itself. When HUTTBEARD gave him the difficulty to attack, something was off. HUTTBEARD, the distance makes it hard to check. 3 difficulty. Upgraded once. The check was upgraded, but he hadn't used a destiny point, so my suspicions were confirmed. The troopers standing by themselves weren't rank and file stormtroopers. Some of these things were not like the others.
One of these things is not like the others.
Nailed it! Peacekeeper succeeded on the attack roll and rolled an impressive amount of damage. If he had shot Ferris with that roll, I would be getting evacuated from the battlefield in a to-go container. What's the number? A big number. HUTTBEARD says, he takes the hit and screams in pain. Smoke rises from his scorched chest and punctured armor. Elroy, ha! You couldn't even kill a single stormtrooper? I took down 2 in 1 turn. Mac, I'm pretty sure those are elite troopers, man. OP, yeah, no kidding. That was a shit ton of damage. Peacekeeper, we're gonna need to focus fire those guys. Elroy, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm going for the groups. I'm not afraid of being outnumbered. He's such an idiot. I don't know how one person can be such a pompous idiot. And not in tiny bursts either. Consistently. Every time he opens his goddamn mouth. Somebody smacked the taste out of it. I haven't gotten a look at Elroy before, but I got a picture in my mind. And he has just got the most punchable face in existence. Matt got closer, but none of the targets were in range of his pistol. Hal used some strain to get a double move and took a shot at the one Peacekeeper had wounded, finally dropping him. Elroy, that's funny. One of me took down 2 of them, and it took 2 of you to take down 1. You guys should really get some better weapons. Do you not realize what's happening here legitimately, Elroy? You just trying to pump yourself up, like, to that level? Jesus Christ. I moved Ferris up behind the others and used inspiring rhetoric to restore some of their strain and to give bonuses to their attack rolls. It was one of the only things that I could do in combat situations until someone got hurt if I wasn't near enemies to yell at. Normally, a character would say something truly inspirational to activate it. I just want to tell you, good luck. We're all counting on you. In Ferris's case, it was more like, don't fuck it all up like you normally do, yeah? Elroy, am I close enough to get the boost? OP, dude, you're in a different zip code. The ability only works on people that are in close range. Elroy, well, hurry and catch up. I'm gonna need that strain recovery too, you know? Yeah, like I'm your little fucking puppy over here. You want it? Come over here and get it. I'm not following you into the midst of combat. I'm a bardly medic, for God's sake. Scotty had Merwick take a double move and hid behind the barricade. Scotty, I just want to try a coercion check to scare some of the stormtroopers. HUTTBEARD, okay. They're battle-hardened veterans, so it won't be easy. Scotty rolled, and he nailed it. Scotty's got like a natural max luck stat, I'm pretty sure. Merwick's jaw damn near popped out of its socket as it unhinged to issue forth a blood-curdling roar of bloodthirsty fury, dispersing the trooper group that was nearest to him. That's a Wookiee thing, right? He's a Wookiee. Yeah, I got it. HUTTBEARD said they would be taking severe penalties on their next attack roll while they tried to regroup. Not one to be outdone, of course. Elroy, I'm gonna charge into them while they're distracted and start cutting them down. HUTTBEARD, you'll have to wait until your turn. They get to go now. Which they did he mean? Gary Oldman and Leon the Professional? HUTTBEARD took out a tape measure and tried his best to find anyone that was in range other than Elroy. The shaken stormtroopers were close enough and had reason enough to fire at Merwick. They collectively wet their armor and shot in Merwick's general direction to no avail. The rest, however, had neither the range nor line of sight for anyone but Elroy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes! Please let it happen. Just make them Swiss cheese, all right? Today is your day of reckoning. At least 5 minion groups fired at him. Not all of them hit, but enough did to make him lose about a quarter of his hit points. He groaned at HUTTBEARD. They should be trying to move up the field to target the rest of us. Peacekeeper, dude, they have no reason to. They're the defenders. They're not gonna leave fortified positions to meet us in the open field if they don't have to. Yeah, that's pretty basic, isn't it? Peacekeeper, you see, is an avid military history buff. World War II is his specialty. He can tell you what caliber ammo each gun from each country used. He can name more generals than I can name presidents, which, granted, isn't all that impressive, because I know, like, 10, maybe? Including Taft, who was so fat that he got stuck in a bathtub, and that's a thing you know now. I actually did a report on Taft. Everybody else picked the good presidents. I picked the fat one. See Addendum A at the end of this for an aside about the time Elroy tried to correct Peacekeeper on history and ended up looking stupid? Gasp, I'm shocked. Elroy looking stupid, how could that be? The minion group assault was over. The elites, however, were just getting started. The ones farthest from Pisant used long-range rifles to take shots at him. One of them hit him hard enough to knock out another 25% of his health bar all by himself. It was at this point that Elroy started properly freaking out, just in time for the ones closest to him to lob grenades at him. By the time the smoke cleared, he was, as Bob Dylan would put it, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. HUTTBEARD, Elroy, it's your turn. Elroy, I hit myself with a stim pack and start running away. There you go. That's the Elroy that we all know. Elroy, in character, says, "Guys, we need to run. There's too many of them. We need a better plan." What's this? The consequences of your own actions? Watch how fast I react. Elroy, I'm gonna radio Ferris. Ferris, I need you. Hurry. I'm gonna die. Oh, sure. I'll be right there. What? Oh, hey. Is that a penny? Better stop and pick it up. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Even if I wanted to rush ahead to get to him, which I did not, I wasn't even close enough. There were only 2 characters that were close enough to provide him with any kind of assistance. One was Merwick, the other, Hal. I'm going to take a double move and get close enough to Pissant to hit him with a stim pack. Elroy, dude, what the hell, man? You should have waited to let Ferris do it. He has the skill that adds extra healing when he uses him. Now I can only use 3 more this fight. Okay, fine, I won't. Just be dead instead. Would you prefer that? To be dead instead? Good. Fuck you then. What an idiot. OP says, Ferris is too far away. Elroy, you could double. OP, dude, look at the map and do the math. Even if I did a triple move, I would be barely in range to try to throw a stim pack at you like I was fucking playing darts. You should be thanking Hal. He might have just saved your life. Elroy, begrudgingly, well, I mean, thanks, I guess. Hal, visibly irritated, you're welcome, selfish bastard. Peacekeeper put another heavy dent in an elite trooper, and Nala was close enough this time to finish it off, while Chainsmoker chased the squads down with his mining drill to the tune of that Benny Hill theme, Yakety Sax. Merwick cordially introduced himself to the troopers that had been close enough to hear his declaration of intent. It seemed as though we didn't need to run away after all. No, Elroy is just being a wuss, as always. I don't understand why Hal didn't just let him die. That would have been such an easy end to all of this. Another round of carnage went by, and then our savior truly emerged from the carnage. Our champion stepped forth, our bringer of justice and dealer of death. Was it Elroy? Fuck no. He spent his next turn running away and left Hal to take a full salvo of grenades and blaster shots. Again. Why does Hal always get left in the lurch? The road to hell or something like that. So then who murdered our way to victory? Who indeed? It seems that it was The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. 'Twas hilly where the trooper shots, he cried and trembled in the wake. All flimsy was his armor suit when met with claws and swords that rake. Beware the raging Wookiee, boys, the arms that rip, the fists that smash. Beware the wrath that he deploys, that stingy vibro blady lash. He took his vibro swords in hand, and through the numerous foe he sought, the one who acted in command, and through the ranks he fought. To where the tactic calls were made, the Wookiee, with his eyes aflame, came crashing through the barricade, and put the force to shame. 1-2, 1-2, and through, the vibro blade went snicker, snack. He left them dead, and though he bled, he came a-limping back. And hast thou slain them, Wookiee friend? Come to our arms, our furry boy, a grand display, Callooh, Calais, we chortled in our joy. 'Twas still then where the troopers had shot, no cries of war then came, a mound of corpses where he fought, our Merwick barely maimed. This has to be my favorite Star Wars Shenanigans post, dude. That is beautiful. That's not to say the rest of us were useless, mind you. The 1996 Chicago Bulls, per regulation, had to put more players on the court than just Jordan. They occasionally did stuff, you know, when Jordan let them. That is really how it be, though. Elroy was, and I cannot overstate this, furious that Scotty had decimated the enemy force almost single-handedly. He was not among those who cheered when HUTTBEARD took the last mini off the board. Instead, he left us behind again to go into the prison and find the general. He really just wants to be the guy so bad. He's like, I can rescue somebody. I can do something. No, just give it up. You are a literal fuck-up factory. Go stand in the corner. It was getting close to the end of the night by this point, so HUTTBEARD said the prison was completely empty of stormtroopers. We had slain the last of them. That was all well and good since it gave me time to work on my new pet project. How to find Delonis' legs and try to reattach them. Remember that time I said Elroy ran away and left Hal to play hot potato with a lot of grenades? Oh, fucking Hal, man. Just gets the brunt of it every time. Well, long story short, Hal's character got the Lieutenant Dan treatment. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Ice cream, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
His legs were beyond saving. The best I could do was staunch the bleeding and get him loaded up for transport back to the rebel base. Well, maybe he gets some metal legs now too, and also ants in his brain. This is not turning out well for Hal. His character's gonna be fucked up by the end of all this. Pissant came out of the prison with the general. He put his lightsaber to good use, finally, cutting the cell open. So we got back to the rebel base and we were given some nice rewards. We got our pick of armor and weapons from the armory, and we were told that the quartermaster would make modifications to our gear if he had the parts available. Oh, well, that's nice. I always enjoy a sweet reward for a job well done, yes. And speaking of parts, we got Hal a brand new pair of shiny legs. Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs. New legs.
We just needed to install a sunglasses implant and his full Adam Jensen transformation would be complete. Yeah, he's messed up, bro. He might be getting better, faster, stronger, but what a price he has paid for it. HUTTBEARD gave me some medicine checks to reflect stabilizing Delonis' injuries and attaching his new cybernetics. Hal, I might as well just make a droid next time. OP, keep playing this guy and we'll get you there sooner or later. That's right. Only thing left is like a heart. It's made of plastic. You're well on your way. This was the conclusion of a long-running story arc. We had finished the mission and HUTTBEARD actually gave us a decent amount of experience on top of everything else. Elroy immediately deposited his into a skill that should really come as a surprise to no one that has been keeping up with this series. Elroy, there! Now I've maxed out my piloting skill. Now to get my reward. I want to go find the general. God, he really hasn't forgotten about that X-Wing. I almost forgot about it until you just said that. That's ridiculous, bro. The general is meeting with some of the other officers when Pissant approaches. The general recognizes Pissant as his rescuer since he had run ahead to hog the glory. And he sends the other officers away so that he can talk to him. General, you got my gratitude, soldier. If I display a leadership, you might be officer material. The rest of us, oh, what the actual Pissant? Yep, that's me, a born leader. God. The general says, good. I'm gonna need to make use of your team again. I have a mission for you. Elroy is Pissant. Well, we can talk about all that. just as soon as I get the other part of my reward. General, what other part of your reward? Pissant, the Major said if we rescued you, I would be given an X-Wing. General, he doesn't have the rank to make that kind of offer, and I doubt to you that he did. You must have misheard him. Elroy, no, I was promised an X-Wing. Stupid. You stupid. You got played like a fiddle. Government out here making them politician promises. He's like, yeah, they're gonna keep it for sure this time. No. General, I can't just give away an X-Wing after one mission. Elroy, no, you're not gonna give me the runaround for another 3 goddamn months. You don't have to give me an X-Wing. I'm taking one. HUTTBEARD, the General goes for his blaster. Elroy, I used to force choke on him. The rest of us, surprised Pikachu.jpg. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. The force of the entire fucking army is going to come down on top of you. Now you're not friends with the Imperials. Now you're not friends with the Rebels. You got no friends in the galaxy, bro. Let him get taken away, dude. This is a mess. And with that, to be continued, we are into parody time, and it is I Just Can't Wait to Be King. We've parodied a lot of Lion King songs. I don't know if we've done this one quite yet. This'll be fun. We got 2 voices in this one, which is pretty neato. So the bold one is Elroy. The italics is going to be OP. I don't know if it'll work if I do different voices. I'm going to try it both ways. We'll see what works better. I'm gonna be a flying ace that no one can defeat. Well, I've never seen a pilot sitting in a booster seat. I'm gonna be a legend too, like no one was before. I'm locking up the S-foils, gonna hear the engine roar. About this whole betray the rebels thing. Oh, I'm just gonna take an X-Wing. Didn't want to do this. We're supposed to be a team. Didn't want to go there. Are you even listening? No more stupid side quests. If you really hate this game so much, don't be here. You're free to fly around all day. Have fun with that. Free to lead the crew my way. I think it's time that we decide if you belong with us. That guy broke his promise, so I don't get all the fuss. If this is really happening, then hey, I guess it's time. Time to end it, time to cast you out. We'll get along just fine. But will HUTTBEARD let us kill him? That's the thing. Oh, I'm just gonna take an X-Wing. I think it worked out beautifully. We gotta do a little bit editing magic with that one, but the final product, it's gonna be, I guarantee it. I can't wait to hear it once it comes back from my editor. Twitch chat might be a little bit confused as to how the thing's gonna sound out, but good. More reason to go back and like watch the finished product. So bless you guys for sticking through it with me. Outro. We are in the home stretch now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. One more part to go. Can you believe it? All these great series coming to an end. But yes, one installation left, and I'll be bringing the horrors of Elroy to a close. I still have a few stories that I might tell of the stuff that went on at the game store that didn't involve him. I had a number of beard encounters, as tends to happen in game shops. Oh yes, that is where Ramtide finds all of his beard encounters. And he spends a lot of time in game shops because, you know, he ain't like got a house or anything. I can piece together a series of shorter stories. I'm really leaning towards the Beardalorians or the Book of Beardo Fett. Either one of those would be beautiful. Please and thank you. Oh, if you came to the bottom looking for that little aside about Elroy and Peacekeeper, well, the little dude tried to argue to Peacekeeper that Russia was a member of NATO. Bear in mind, this was 6 years ago, so it wasn't something that people were talking about every day, but Peacekeeper pulled out his phone and pulled up a list of NATO countries and handed it to Elroy. Elroy looked it over and then handed the phone back, saying, and I shit you not, these are his actual words, they must not have updated it yet. Anyway, that is all. Roll them credits. With the Patreon credits? No, we're not there yet. Hold on. I gotta give my thoughts on the story. And my thoughts on the story are about the same as every other Elroy encounter. God, what an insufferable idiot. I don't know how we are still tolerating him at the game table. Once again, he let his true colors show, abandoned Hal, who was trying to help him. First, admonished him for using a stim pack because somebody else would have used it better. And then running away completely, leaving Hal in the lurch. Like, just the shittiest tabletop player ever. Hal learned about friendship. Elroy, I don't think he's never gonna learn. This is just ridiculous. He's gonna keep doing the same things over and over. People are gonna continue to tolerate him because he has like some magic money from somewhere, was born with a silver spoon in his mouth or some shit like that. And God, I really would just like to see some karma. Perhaps in the next episode, his character will die and we'll get to see him have a little meltdown. That would be fireworks enough for me. Because he's not like a bad person overall. He hasn't done anything too terrible that we know about. Then again, we didn't think HUTTBEARD did anything terrible if OP hadn't told us what he truly is at the beginning of the story. But like I said, we can't really know what's in Elroy's heart. It seems to me he just wants to be cool and liked and doesn't really understand or know how to go about it. So I do have sympathy for him. I still would like to see him cry and have a little bit of fireworks. And then maybe the crying can lead to like some self-reflection and he could become a better person. But that might be a lot to hope for. So I guess we'll have to see how this thing wraps up. I'm quite looking forward to it. Thanks to Irish Pirate for hanging out with us in the Twitch chat. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. You know, maybe share the video around if you should like. If nothing else, like, you know, share the timestamp to the parody because that is fucking beautiful. We've also got links in the description, of course, plugs, playlists, podcasts, Spotify, iTunes. I'm basically everywhere. This is going to go up on the podcast services probably a day or two after it gets published on the channel. We've also got my social media links, of course, Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Come on through, say hello. We also live stream this on Twitch, as I may have mentioned 3 or 4 times. But we've also got my Patreon and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons, whom I would like to thank very much, as I do every episode. So thank you. Why not PN Jerry, Darth Luscious, Harley Ho, Repent the Squirrel, Robin L. Waits, Camille Sarah, Chancellor Blue Kraken, Malama Man, Roxanne Wolf Sip Jerry, Conrad Ingy, Captain Clown Jerry, Destiny Piper, Aaron Jerry, Alexis Smith, Esteban, For Auld Lang Syne, Jerry Crusader, Jerusalem. I love it. Might be the end for Iowary. No! Gave me Steve B. Tom with a bag of bottles with that. That one, Jerry. Beg for forgiveness. Didn't even give fuck, though. Silent Revolver, PCB. The original Jerry. Jerry! Take Jerry, Jerry's Kitsune, 211 Jerry, the 2 Jerrys. A very tired Jerry. I feel it. A Justy Dargonian Jerry and Frankenberry. That's a hiding bitch, isn't it? Aspen XO, Assassin Bug Jerry, Bang Bang, Aurora Wildheart, Grizzly, Baby Jerry, Bailey Joy, Bearded Jerry, Bitch Brown, the Blade Hero, Blip Blue Jerry, Catholic Jerry, Chelsea Kitsune, Commander J Tank, Confederate Jew, Dennis Dayton, Dr. Lux, Duck, just Duck, Emergent Jewel, Air, East Force 50, Frozen Double Studio, Fire Drake, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, I'm Slim Jerry, yes, I'm the real Jerry, Irish Pirate, made port to fight and stowaway, but I had to weigh anchor when I heard the frightful shriek of a beard she. Iron Hollow, Irradiated Jam, Itchy Nuts, Dispatcher Bro, a pimp named J Crisp, JM Coon, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Nice, Jerry Evil, Jerry Thou Llama the Trucker, Jerry Beans, Now Green Apple, Jerry Berry Flavors, John Hero John, Jerry Jingleheimer Schmidt, oh my god, this is my name too, Crowhey, Cuddly Cracking, Legitimate Girth, Miss Monday, Lord Dario, like and subscribe, the Lady Nix, the next to the last Jerry Bender. Marvel says ReddX can't pronounce Naruto. I have to sit here and take this. Oh, yes, I do, because you're a patron. Say whatever you need to. Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Fenta, Needless King 89, Nightmare Jerry, Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pines, Jerry Kins and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes and Quagmires, Ramtide Lacromates, Rose Jerry Miller, TSM Kirby, Sarita the Lolita, Sassy Octopus, Scarlet Kevin, Serena Moore, Sergeant Gay Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Imp, 70 Good Nurse, Sign After Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tapioca Blue, Tato Fair, Tenton Monster, the Italian Greyhound Dino, Little Nasu, who are Trufusky, trying to find another model to get back to the real world. Hey, you probably don't want to blow into that balloon knot. Unbusy B, 3 Prime, Vanguard Angel, Viking Jerry, Void the Comment Destroyer. Oh, snap, look out. You're gonna see it down there. Wiki text, Will Mags, Zephyr the Gargoyle, or Clay. It's Jerry time. Ultra ReddX Morpher, Self-Reflection. Comrade Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though. Redwood, Nog Viper, Saint Blessing, Third Step, Venom Jerry, Jace Christensen, One Leg Jerry's leg was stolen by Pisson. Normal Jerry, Active Transformation Belt, Einstein, Tolman Rider, Beard Grease, Admiral T-Tank, Amber Alder, another stupid hipster, Tom and Jerry Zilla, Babsy Coon, Bartender Keeler, Blueberry and Apple Pie, Broken Spine, Horseradish, the original different Jerry, that's Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Shepherd Sevenlock, Chicago and Panda, Cody, secretly a Jerry operative, Corey does art, sometimes, Corporal Admiral, Lieutenant Princess, Furry Woo Jerry, something like that, Cryptidis, D Crazy, aka SCI Jerry, Defon Jerry, Defter Tuna, Dopamine, Dane Jerryus, Porphy Ghost of Alpha, he cannot, Jane Andrew Jerry, Jeffrey, Gerald of Rivia, Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year's, Webby Apocalypse, Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom has got it going on, check out the mustache on Jerry Older Rivera, Jerry Roxers, Jerry Role Playing Game, Judge Jerry, Next Executioner, Keaton Tails, Kid Marvelous, Defender of the Innocent, Enemy to the Bearded, Kitsykin, Life of Guardian, Little Ann Woods, Lucia Lovecraft, Mama Chia, CD, maybe next time, Milk Fed Git, Miss Duchess, Not Invisible Angel, Raptor Art, Seldom Dark, She's My Jerry Pie, Sky Mara, Ravenswood, Snary, that's Snom Jerry, Snowman, with his best in life, to crush your neckbeards, to put them feet to Jesus, to hear the lamentations of their body pillow. Smokey the Rogue, Spooky Scary Jerry Todd, Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, not to Infinite Jerry and beyond. We're on the way. Unkale, Underwater Movies, formerly the X Card, Unfortunate Jerry Screaming, the Nookie's latest magical girl transformation, make it stop. Throws 2 liter Mountain Dew, grow my neckbeard, grow. It's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, hygiene. It's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, humility. And of course, thank you to my gorgeous $1 patrons as well. Blessed be to all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike. Yes, helping out the channel, helping me to pay for thumbnails, editing, all this stuff that is important to keep the channel rolling along like it is so very consistently. So thank you to all of you guys for helping out. If you would like to sign up on the Patreon, that would be huge. I would be appreciative. But if you can't afford it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. You came through, you watched the video, and that is what is most importantly. I hope you'll come on back and join us again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. I don't know. It's up to you. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, friends, bye-bye.